Hello, welcome to today's video. Welcome if you're new, welcome if you're coming back. You guys read the title. I am reading for 24 hours straight. Okay, I just got back from going to Starbucks. Good morning. Forgot my reusable cup to bring with me, but it's in there now. Okay, quickly just wanted to go through my kind of TBR for this challenge. The 3 books that I mainly want to tackle would be the 3 remaining ones on my May TBR. So the one I'm currently in is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Faeries. I've picked this up a few times and I just couldn't get into it, so I ended up picking up a different book. So I'm 25 pages in. I'd really like to start this probably first and just finish it. The next one is The Atlas 6, which, thank God, I got news from my Libby app that the audiobook was ready for me to check out yesterday. So I went ahead and checked this out. I remember when I first started it, my brain just like wouldn't compute what was happening, so I ended up putting it down. But I think with an audiobook, I'll be able to get through this. And then the last one on my TBR is A Court of Mist and Fury. I don't know about this one. I really want to annotate it, so we'll see if it's something I want to jump into. Maybe I don't want to annotate it. I don't know. I'm just a little nervous. That's kind of the books I want to tackle. It's currently 7:09 a.m. Let's get this started. Okay, it is 8 o'clock and I'm on page 58. I feel like I'm just slowly waking up and getting in like the reading mindset. Reading this now has been easier to read than the first 2 times I kind of picked it up and read some pages. So I realized I probably talked about it in other videos, but not this one. The book is about Emily Wilde, obviously, and she's a scholar at Cambridge. And she is writing this Encyclopedia of Faeries. And so there's this last fairy folk group called the Hidden Ones that she needs to complete this book. So that's what she's set out to do. So she's in this town trying to like find them, know more about them, establish that like trust relationship, you know, so that she can just understand them more. And so she's out there doing that, and like the other plot of it is that there is this other Cambridge professor guy that she works with, and she like they're not friends, like they're definitely colleagues, and more often than not he annoys her, but the whole thing is that he comes along, like surprises her after like a week or so that she gets to this town, and now he's there with his like couple students, research students, and is wanting to take on this challenge together. And so she never liked him, but I think there's supposed to be possibly like a subplot of romance. I don't really know if this book fits that, so we'll see how that goes, but that's where we're at. That's what the book is generally about. It's very much this just fantasy book, and I'm excited to see just like how the story grows, because the aspect of like an encyclopedia of fairies seems so interesting and so quirky. So I'm going to continue reading this, and I'll see you in an hour. Okay, it's 9 o'clock and I'm about a third of the way through. So I think it's about 300 pages. I took the dust jacket thing off, but I'm at page 100. This is just unlike any fantasy I've read before, but I am enjoying it. The story's progressing. I'm still intrigued to see like what's gonna happen. I think I got notified that my HelloFresh has been delivered, so I'm gonna go down and get that, put it away, and then I'll see you again at the next hour check-in point. Okay, it's 10:02, another hour down. Okay, I'm on page 137. I feel like I really need to eat something. I'm getting hungry for like breakfast, but I mean, the story is continuing to unfold. I wouldn't say like plot twists are happening, but it's just like more information is being told to us. I like how this is written. Like, it's written in a story way, but at the same time, she's a scholar that is documenting and writing down all of her findings. So it's kind of like both those worlds. So each like chapter has like a date, if it's the morning, an evening, things like that. So it's kind of nice having that sort of academic vibe journal to it. So yeah, that's my update, and I will see you in another hour. Okay, it is 11 o'clock, and I made some breakfast in the last hour, and then I read about 30 or so pages, so we're moving along. I feel like this next hour I will just be dedicated to reading without distractions or getting packages or making food, so feeling pretty optimistic about getting like a good chunk in the next hour. I'm gonna continue reading. The book is going well. They're on another adventure, so I'll update you in an hour. Okay, it is noon. Wow, can't believe it. I'm on page 208. I mean, I'm over 2/3 of the way through, so I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like I'm on a good pace with it. I'm enjoying it. The story's continuing, like I say every time, to unfold. I think I will update you in an hour, and we'll probably, hopefully, be closer to the end. Okay, it is 1 o'clock, and I'm on page 250. So I am so close to being done. I think in the next hour I should finish this book. So my next update will be that I finished the book. So whenever that'll be, if that'll be an hour, if that'll be an hour and 15 minutes, I don't care. I'm finishing this book in the next update. I'll see you then. Okay guys, it's 2:25. I finished Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Faeries. So it was 315 pages. I think I would describe this book as an adult children's book. Kind of Disney-esque, where as an adult you would definitely enjoy it. Like, it has the plot going on, like the main plot. You have, you know, good and evil. You're trying to fix things, you're trying to learn things, you're going on this adventure, and then you also have this sort of subtle romance going on between the two main characters. I would rate this book like a 3.5. I enjoyed it. It was not revolutionary. There's definitely slow parts of this. There were parts that I was just like, where did that come from? Why is that where this is going? I'm gonna take a short break. I'm gonna get some more food, and then we'll circle back for the next read. Okay, we are starting our next read. I'm gonna go ahead and start the Atlas 6 because I have it on my Libby app so I can listen to it while I eat some lunch. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and I think I'm gonna update you. I'll go ahead and update you in about 25 minutes or so to kind of just give my initial thoughts to the book, and then we'll be back on that hourly check-in schedule. 3:02, I have an update on the Atlas 6. So like I said, it's only been like 25 minutes or so. I'm on page 20. I'm going to do my best to try to explain what this is. So I'm 20 pages in, so me reading it, it's not helping, but the back gives you the gist. So essentially there's this main Alexandrian elite society, and once a decade, 5 people are like admitted to that. And so 6 people have been sent that invite, and 5 of those 6 will ultimately be admitted. And so you have, I believe it's gonna be 6 POVs at least, because the first, just in this like first chapter is like the beginning, and then it jumped into like Libby's POV. So the first 2 characters we've been introduced to so far are Libby and Nico. They're inseparable enemies, so they have been in school together, but they're the only 2 really with their capabilities, so they've been just rivals from the start. So you just witnessed them graduate, and now they've been approached by this guy that's going to be talking to them about their invite to this society, or, you know, to try to get into this society. Their banter is so fun. I love it. I wonder what's going to happen with those two. And then there are, what would that be? 4 more people that we're going to be introduced to with time. So I'm kind of excited. They just all have these different capabilities. They're all going to be fighting for those 5 spots. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. But it is interesting so far, and having the audiobook has helped a lot more with this restart of this book, because I did start it a couple weeks ago and I just couldn't get into it. I think my brain just needed like an easier read at the time. So now I feel like fresh and good, and I'm excited to continue this book. I'll see you in an hour. Okay, it's just a few minutes after 4. I'm on page, I think, 70. This book is big. I think it's like 530-ish pages. I don't want to accidentally spoil it for myself, so I don't want to look. But I'm making some progress. You know, we're working on it. It just looks like I barely made a dent. But we're not at the point in the story where all 6 of the people have been like approached. They've now been brought together and they've been told like what this initiation, we weren't really told the process, but they were told the process, and now they've been sent like their separate ways, and they have 24 hours to decide like if they accept it or not. So that's where we're at. I will see you in an hour for another check-in. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. I did go ahead and grab, let me get this. It's the Starbucks pink drink, but it's like new that they came out with. It's pretty good. It's my first time trying it, so I just grabbed that. Okay, I'm at page 125, so slowly making progress. Of course, all 6 people accepted the thing, so it's like we already knew that. But at this point in the story, like, now they're all there, and now they're having to get to know each other and their abilities, and obviously you have all the different personalities and the different kind of backstories of the people and different just characteristics of these, along with their different magical capabilities. So they're learning each other, they're learning the different capabilities, and now having to work together to accomplish these different tasks that are thrown at them. So, I mean, it's pretty good. I don't want to spoil anything, so I feel like anything I say is not a spoiler to the book, but it is good, and it's nice having the different POVs. I feel like it's not hard to keep track of them, and I'm like reading alongside the audiobook, so it's been good. I'm enjoying it. I will check in with you in the next hour. I know around that time is when another WNBA game is on, so I'll probably turn that on in the background. I haven't had anything on in the background, but that game will be on, so I'll probably do that. But I will see you in an hour for another update. It is 6 o'clock, and guys, we're going through it. I'm on page 179. It's good. I mean, it's hard to say anything without spoiling it at this point, but you're just continuing to see different relationships form, and you know, like when you have a group of like 6 people, they're not all gonna be friends. So you have people that are trying to figure out different people's strengths and weaknesses and like form different alliances, and those alliances are changing based on just humans being humans, right? Like, we have emotions, we get manipulated, we're selfish, like, I mean, all the things, all the human things. So people are easily persuaded, especially like just the other different confidence levels. I mean, human emotions are playing a role here. I'll update you in an hour. I don't think I'm gonna be able to watch the WNBA game, which is kind of sad, but the finals are on for NBA, Boston, Miami, so I have that on for now. At least it's some basketball. But I'm going to sit in my beanbag chair and listen to basketball and read more of this book. Okay, see you in an hour. Guys, it's 7 o'clock, which means we are halfway through. We're halfway. And that, something about that feels good. I'm on page 227. We're getting into some juicy stuff. I mean, people have trust issues. Again, I talked about how human this book is. Like, you know, like where everyone's just playing on each other's emotions and learning each other's strengths and weaknesses, allies, all the things. And so, drama. But it's like quiet drama. It's just like very individual drama. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not feeling super tired right now, but I'm curious if I should get a drink or like an energy type thing, because I don't want to crash and then rely on it. But I feel like just sitting here and reading is definitely making my brain get sleepy. I know that, like, it has to be. So I think I'm gonna go grab an energy drink of some sort real quick and I'll be back. I'm gonna drink the Dream Float Alani, and it's like the orange creamsicle. I've already tasted it walking in here, and it, yeah, like I taste like the creamy vanilla-y part, and then it's just like with orange soda. I do like it. I'm gonna drink this off and on, but I kinda just wanted a drink, so if it had possibly a boost of energy, that's just a bonus. I'll see you in an hour for an update. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. I didn't make it quite as far in this hour because my mom ended up FaceTiming me, but I'm on page 262. This is just me checking in. Still going strong. I've turned on my lights full blast in my bedroom because it was getting dark outside, and now I'm like, I'm gonna get tired if I don't turn these on ASAP. So turn them on. We're still going strong. I'll update you in an hour. I'm like in the middle of this like chapter, so I'm like, I want to finish this, but I need to update you guys. So that's my update. I'll see you in an hour. Oh my gosh, I was so caught up in the book, but it is 9:10 and I'm on page 321. This book is getting so good. I'm loving it. It's so good. I have a little under 200 pages left, so remember that only 5 of the 6 like are actually entered into that society, so 1 isn't, and now they're kind of realizing like what that really means, and now they're like, okay, well, let's start identifying essentially which one shouldn't continue, shouldn't get it, you know what I mean? This is getting good. And all the POVs. And the magic, like, it's... Okay, I'm gonna continue. I'll see you in an hour. 10:05. I'm doing these hourly updates, but I have to keep, like, checking the clock. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep reading. I'm definitely feeling tired. I mean, waking up at 6 and now it's, like, 10. Yes, I'm feeling it, but this book is really good, so I definitely think I won't have a problem finishing this book. For sure concerned after that. But that's future me problem. The book, I mean, it's coming to an end. Like, you know, we're approaching the last portion of the book. So I'm gonna continue reading and I will see you in another hour. Okay, I very dangerously moved to my bed. I'm nervous, but it is 11:03. Oh, guys, I'm on page 425. I think I'll finish this in the next hour, or my next update will definitely be me just finishing this, most likely, unless I'm way off on how many pages I'm about to finish in the next hour. But this book is so good. I'm just definitely like feeling the tiredness. Okay, yeah, so we're hitting like the 17-hour mark of being awake and a 16-hour mark of reading, like reading straight. So it's just, I'm feeling it. It's 12. Guys, okay, I still have, I'm on page 477 and there's a little over 500 pages. I'm close, but I wanted to go ahead and just do a clip because I know it'll be another 30 minutes probably of reading. So I'll check in with you when I'm done with this book. 12:40. I finished the Atlas 6, and the main thing is I need to think on what I want to rate this, because I know overall I really enjoyed it, but I want to think about, like, I just need to think on it. That's all. I did really like this book. Like, I loved it. The different POVs were so easy to follow. It ended on, yes, like a cliffhanger, to where I'm definitely gonna want to read the Atlas Paradox, but I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm satisfied closing this and not immediately picking up the Atlas Paradox, which I think is good. Like, I'm good with that because I don't have it with me. I don't have it at all. So I'm glad it doesn't leave me with that immediate feeling. So today we have read nearly, I believe, like 900 pages, which is kind of nuts. Which makes me feel so accomplished. Hi. Okay guys, listen, hear me out. I realized last night that the only book left on my May TBR was A Court of Mist and Fury. And I want to give this book my undivided attention. I want to give it my full brain power attention. I loved ACOTAR so much. And I'm like, I know I'm going to love this book. But I feel like if I go into it wanting to annotate it, wanting to just enjoy it, sleep deprived, I feel like I'm not going to enjoy it. And then it's going to get a bad rating, and then I'm going to be mad, and I'm going to want to DNF it. It's just not going to go well. I went ahead and set up my annotation guide for this book, so I feel like I'm in a good spot for it. It works. The Atlas 6. I thought more on it. I'm giving this 4 stars. I absolutely, thoroughly enjoyed this book. Still did not give me that 5-star feeling, but really good. Really recommend. I will be reading The Atlas Paradox. Okay. I have my timer. I have 6 hours and 16 minutes left. So I went to bed around like 1 a.m. yesterday. So I stopped reading and I'm like, okay, I'm going to bed. Now we're here. I'm going to resume this timer. I'll check in with you in an hour and we'll see how this goes. Okay, it's been about an hour and a half. So it's currently 11 and I wanted to kind of get back on that hourly check-in point. Okay, so I'm on page 48. I'm very much casually going through this. Like, I do not want to get through this book. I really want to just enjoy it. I can't really give too many updates to this because it's the second book in the series, so I feel like I'd just be spoiling bits of the first book, so I don't want to do that. But 48 pages in, things are good. Like, I'm enjoying the book so far, and I know that things are really just gonna get crazy. Things are good so far. I'll update you in an hour. Okay, it's noon and I am on page 76. I just looked and this book has like 620-ish pages. We're in for a long one. Like, you just get more of the characters in this one, obviously. But just like this one, you just get more depths of the world going on and like the different courts, and I just can't really say anything without spoiling anything, so it's good. I'm enjoying it. That's it. That's my update. I'm chugging along. I will see you in an hour. Okay, it's 1 o'clock. Another hourly update. This book. I'm on page 108, chapter 11. Y'all, these courts are messy. These High Lords are messy. The High Fae, all the things. You know, in my key, I added something. I added at the bottom in bright red, anger. Because some of these characters and their actions and everything they're doing is just making me bothered. So I need to be able to document that. We added a tab. And I'm sure if I was rereading this, I would probably have more things. I could probably tab as very much red and anger. For now, it's just one where I wrote a lot. Like literally, this page has like 2 different spots, 2 writings. This book. Okay, it's 2 o'clock. I have about an hour and a half left on the 24-hour timer. I'm on chapter 15. Page 141. This book, man, I mean, it's giving what it needed to give. I mean, you're just seeing the aftermath of everything that happened in the first book and what, like, that can mean and what that means for, like, the characters and, like, what they went through and how they deal with it, along with, of course, there's gonna be some type of conflict, always. Going on, so you're dealing now with like that potential conflict for this book, characters development, and it's just I'm having more like emotions, all of the emotions, like more like, no, but that's really sweet, and also what, that is so annoying. All of it. Okay, I'll see you in an hour for the next update. We're in the final stretch, guys. 3 o'clock. I can't believe that we're here, but I have 41 minutes left on my timer. I'm on page 166. The story is still storying. I'm really enjoying just watching more of the characters' development at this point and just kind of getting a glimpse into their mind and like being able to relate certain things. I think is so, it just makes me connect to the story more. Other than that, just dealing with real problems, like just real emotions. It's just, yes, it makes me connect to the characters more, which I like. So I will see you in 40 minutes when the timer is done and we've read for 24 hours. Guys, the timer's done. My final point for this video, I'm on chapter 17, page 183. And like I said, this is about 600 or so pages, so I'm about 25% of the way through-ish. A little under that, probably closer to 20, I don't know. Math, that's too much for me. Definitely like good progress on this today. I'm happy about it. I'm definitely stopping reading right now because I've read so much that I am utterly exhausted. Okay, I want to do kind of a recap closing the video. I set out to read for 24 hours straight. With how much I value my sleep, I should have known. Should have known, but this just isn't for me. I'm gonna be honest. I may attempt this again in the future, but I just value my sleep so much. It's so hard for me. Maybe I'll try again in the future. But I also just love the other 24-hour reading challenges where essentially people will read, anytime they're reading, they start the timer and they just see how much they can read in 24 hours, like stopping the timer anytime they're not reading. I also liked how I did like 12 hours one day, 12 hours the next. So that, much more up my alley. I think I would enjoy it. Let's recap what I read in this video. I read Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Faeries. It was a nice, wholesome story. It definitely just gave me, I'm watching a Disney movie vibe. And I mean, 3.5 stars. I would definitely recommend it. I know there's another book coming out. I'll definitely want to read it. Like if this was turned into like a Disney movie, I would definitely watch it. The next book I read was The Atlas Six. I really loved this book. I mean, the story of it was so interesting and like the different POVs. I'm excited to read the Atlas Paradox, the second book, which I also know there's a third book coming. I don't know if it's out yet. I don't think it is, but I know it's coming. This would be such a good show. So I hope that it is like turned into a TV series. That would be amazing. I don't know if that's a thing that's happening already, but I really enjoyed this. I gave this 4 stars, but I think it could even be like 4.5. Like it is so close to a 5-star read for me. I'm gonna have to think on it more. See how much like I really think about this book after this point, because I did really, really enjoy it. And the different POVs were just so easy to follow. And I enjoyed most of the characters. Some of them I'm like, yeah, you could be the one that goes and I'd be fine. You know what I mean? But overall, like all the characters, I felt like you just learned a lot about them, but it wasn't way too much information. And just seeing how they all blended together, like mixed together, the different points and different stories, and just, I don't know. I recommend this a lot. And then the final book that I started was A Court of Mist and Fury. This is the second book in the ACOTAR series. I mean, I'm loving this. I really, really, really loved ACOTAR. I think I gave it 5 stars. Like, I was obsessed with that book. I'm loving this so far. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I mean, I'm enjoying the story. I'm enjoying the major, like, character development that's going on and, like, the rawness and just getting more information on each of these characters. And having things just be so, not I want to say different than the first book, but it's just because like the story's progressing. So you're getting more information on different characters, different plot lines going. It's making you think, I feel like, so much more about like, okay, well this is all that I learned in book 1. So you're now seeing these characters in book 2 and you're like, am I learning more about them? Could I reread the first one and see like certain characteristics of this coming in this book? Like, Okay, that concludes the video. I honestly love this. I love reading challenge videos. Did I succeed at reading for 24 hours straight? No. Will I try it again? Maybe. I would look for other reading challenge videos from me in the future. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.